welcome all the Geminis on this planet. Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, Gemini Venus, Gemini Mars, and all Gemini Collective and Crosswatchers, welcome. This is an extra monthly extensive tarot reading for Gemini, and I always do a little bit special reading. Eventually this reading will go to membership, so I let this be some days available, so now you can see it for free. You see it now. Like and comment or do whatever with this now. It helps my channel, but let's go. This is going to be a shadow love reading. And if you're a member, you can comment also and ask a psychic question. During this live, I have time like 1 hour, then it's a Cancer reading, next is Cancer. And then I schedule the rest of the day. Most likely I do more readings today. But let's get this done. So you got sacral chakra. And this is creativity, sexuality, emperor and empress on the throne, taking care of the kingdom, nurturing and taking care what you got, keeping it safe, or if it's in the root chakra, safe, kind of blossoming. This is like a blossoming moment. Possibly also there is some blossoming moment in your relationship. This is a very positive relationship related love reading crystal. It gives you, to this shadow love reading, erotic fantasy tarot. So we look into this. Now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Europe, where I'm sitting doing this reading. So the light is a little bit bright here. It's like very much shadows. But I mean, this is a theme also, Equinox. Light and shadow meeting. This kind of crossroad of light and shadow. Can be interesting stuff happening. Also because it's eclipse season and soon is a solar eclipse in Aries. Yeah, there is solar eclipse always happening during the new moon, so Aries is then still active, so it's happening in the Aries sign, the solar eclipse. But let's focus now on this Equinox reading. We start with the archetype card. So this shows the power in shadow. Took this Cinderella shoe for you. It is already on your monthly March reading. I have made this kind of predictive March reading that will always stay available. This is just extra reading now. Already had intuitively that Cinderella shoe there. It's still there. There's something about being noticed. I'm Gemini too. So I felt it because I made Sunday reading and suddenly 1,000 people watch it. So I mean, there is something in the air that maybe Geminis, you are finally noticed. What you're doing. I've been doing this channel, for example, for 3 years now, and maybe it's time to be noticed. Okay, let's have this bigger crystal for this power. So power in shadow. What is even my power in shadow? Let's put the wolf. Wolf is going to give you the advice in the end. Let's put it now here. So we are kind of in the Twin Peaks here. Gemini, power in the shadow. Is it? Wow, the father. Father card, what a big card. Yes, I love my daddy. But I don't know about you, Gemini. What is your relationship to your dad? But father energy is very like emperor kind of energy. Keeping things safe, but also having like this kind of ruling presence. So that is your power. Let's read about it because I cannot know all the stories so well. But father and this kind of, this big tree is a beautiful thing to see, because also in Finland, in my summer cottage, we have like a huge, this tree is my favorite tree. But it's in this card as a visual. Your secret power in shadow is the father. I'm your father. This kind of Darth Vader stuff. Okay, maybe it's interesting. I don't know how many Geminis have an Aries dad, but I happen to have, and now it's about the Aries season, so yes. Daddy energy, Aries possible even. It's very like first, very, very masculine itself. Anyway, let's read this. Everybody can make their own meaning of this reading. I just have like a Aries dad, so I immediately thought about my dad. The great father, the masculine, the protector. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and one who leaves us to the wolves. Here yet gone, the champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. Read poems about the father. For example, William Blake's Little Boy Lost. That is your power in the shadow. Is there some little boys lost? Is something like that going on, Gemini? Who is lost, but the father is needed. Father energy, and you got it somehow, Gemini. And when light, supportive, strategic, regal, kind, authority. When dark, disappearing, disappointing, devastated by failures. And you can become a student of this masculine energy. Watch the father in movies, in Shakespeare plays. See the father as a pattern, not as a personal. Father as a pattern. Interesting thing. I have heard this thing before, that sometimes this is a love reading also aiming to be. Sometimes in the love relationship, we are attracted to same kind of patterns. And it's not about the person actually then, it's about the pattern. And of course, those patterns are instilled us almost like like a program since we are child. And I know I had a very strong father, so who knows what program I'm running. Surely a Finnish program, I'm from Finland. But yeah, Father Christmas in Finland. I mean, it is definitely, I had a safe father. Not everybody had that. It's good to have that, but let's see what's coming. But this father is now the power in shadow. The father. Okay, let's see then forward. We see immediately maybe current feelings of your person. Let's bring the love in here. So Gemini, is your person will tell you? Okay, I'm getting a little bit too excited. This is also reading for me, so I'm like, I want to have messages. What is the first message? Who is here? Is an angel. Thank you, my angel, loving, protecting, and never leaving me. You are my angel. You remind me of the goodness in this world. You make my life more bright. Okay, father is totally God. Often we say like our father, like in the prayers, interested in the angel shows it, but this is your relationship thing, that they see you as like some kind of angel person. Bachelor, Knight of Cups. Okay, there is a rose in somebody's mind. I'm gonna give you a rose. Then we have, in 6 months you will either have 6 months of excuses or 6 month progress. The choice is yours. Yeah, I live with this attitude also. Maybe they see like indeed you can do a lot in half year, and it goes so fast. Gone with the Sin by him. My baby, how beautiful you are, my darling, completely torn apart. You are gone with the sin, my baby, and beautiful you are. Oh, somebody's really like getting romantic here. Listening some hymn. intense connection, love at first sight, soulmate, soul journey, under a spell, divine love, true love, destiny, deep looks. Okay, somebody's totally imprinted. And then do your thing, girl, don't be afraid, tension is good. Okay, there's this kind of show giraffe, G for giraffe. They see you as this kind of tall person. Like, giraffe definitely cannot hide much. It's like noticed. So that is the current feelings of your person. Update your love. I'm always doing 2 readings in a month. I do one in a new moon and one in a full moon. Now this full moon reading became like an equinox reading. So we are more focused on the light and shadow. Now it's time for Geminis to know the love shadow. Shadows might block your love life even, so it's good to know. So your love shadow is what you need the most, and now we see 2 things. Okay, very dual sign Gemini, of course, has to be 2 things. And what is the positive about this shadow? And this is how the love shows when you have this shadow. Let's see. Everything is upside. Okay, I'm not taking the upside down because we can think about that, but this deck doesn't even have upside down meaning. But who knows? Maybe it becomes meaningful, but they went upside down now. Only one didn't. So this love shadow is the Knight of Pentacle, the very slow-moving farmer knight, and 3 of Cups friends. So, or even party, drinking party. So this is the steadiest knight, the one that is carefully planting the seed and really going slowly, even like too slow. There is something about maybe that things take time. But maybe we read directly from this booklet, because the stories are here. It's a good night anyway, very, very steady and faithful for sure, but it's in the shadow. Maybe nothing is happening, that's the problem. It's very slow, very, very grounded anyway. And the knight who looks the things to the last card. This is not giving up. If set into something is very fixed. I mean, I know like it can be important as a Gemini, because Mercury is a ruling planet of Gemini. What is your Mercury? Mine is Taurus, and here is like the communication can be very stable. It's a good thing. But yeah, let's see what this means. Shadow love is what you need the most. You need the most this kind of steady night. Doesn't give up. Farsightedness, ability to invest time, the leader who organizes and plans the battle, knowing how to wait before achieving pleasure, study attempts, overcome failures to achieve unexpected results. I think it's like mastering the patience, that can be hard for you. Like Mercury is a fast moving energy. It's ruling planet of Gemini. But this is here, the steady night is the shadow love. Somebody not going away, just holding on. Like my precious. This is my precious. Or you, that you set your goal and you stick to it. You don't change your mind because yes, Gemini can change the mind. So you just stick to it. Like this is what I want and this is what I grow and it's gonna be like a legacy. Okay, this light is really bad now. Spotlight, let's say we have a spotlight situation here. And then 3 of Cups as well came. We can of course verify these things. This is so bad light here now. Oh my god. I should have not set this to 2 o'clock. This is too bright, this light. Okay, let's leave it here. Sharing and serenity, clan, celebration, spirit of communion and complicity. Reveal your secrets and desires to build a common spirit. It's in the shadow. I mean, I know I'm very social. This is social aspect is here. But yeah, something about maybe you have to be careful sometimes with who you surround yourself. This is kind of saying like you become like the 5 people in your circle. Like do you want to be like, if you see something you don't like, you want to be like them. Be careful like which kind of company you keep. That could be the shadow here. You have kept the wrong company, like a party people, while you are actually a very steady working person. You are not like going to party. I don't know. There's something about like party and work. Maybe work hard, play hard. That's also coming here. Could be just literally that your shadow is work hard, play hard. There's kind of really like a little bit giving so much that then like it's extremes. We have here then what you get while working, the 7 of Pentacles. So it's like accumulating experiences and wealth. It's a positive thing. You have got a lot having this shadow, love, maybe a lot of relationships even. You can look past like, okay, all these things that I was thinking that is my precious, and there they are. Like a life experience, but okay, was not for me. Like it's kind of testing different relationship possibly, because we're talking about love here. Let's read this. It can be also, of course, property and work, because Pentacle is just having something. So Gemini's good positive of the shadow is assess opportunities and resources. The heroine before the endeavor. Each new stimulus can give something or take it away. Access your tools and energies before new challenge. It's almost like this focus. Where do you focus your energy? And then there's the distractions here. I think, yes, there's like work hard, play hard, or like focus or distractions. There is this kind of duality with you. Like, are you able to really commit? There's a lot of commitments here have happened. Like your attention to go to many places is a good thing, but can be bad thing. Okay, and the result is very like a warrior type who doesn't give up. It's like a good spirit to work and get projects done. This is almost finishing the project, but also this kind of Sagittarius energy, like you are burning all your sticks, sometimes can be stressful. You promise maybe to yes so much. The shadow is that indeed you know many people, you have many connections, and then you are like having a lot and you get like kind of overwhelmed. But it's almost kind of finished here, so it's kind of like you need sometimes a break because it's getting overwhelming how much you do. I know I'm very active Gemini, so many times I guess Geminis are busy bees. But this is the now the how the love shadow shows. Explore what is unknown to us. Lose oneself while following fireflies. The hidden opportunities of pleasure in the unknown. Complete every exploration to reveal its mysteries. It's really like going very, experiencing a lot in life, let's say. You have experienced a lot. This might be like a distractions now. The shadow is talking about some kind of distractions, and Father, of course, is this kind of ruling, planning energy that maybe is your power. When you set really clear plan, you can be this kind of very mental planner kind of king and queen and handle it well, this kind of leadership position. So you should just kind of stay on your horse and focus on what you actually want. Really be clear, expressing also what you want. And if there is some party, say no to it, like, okay, not today. I have all these things to do. I have all these tasks to do. I have to focus here. Okay, let's see more advice. just very bright light in this room. It's a bit kind of distracting. But it's nice. 15 people are watching my live. Welcome. All the Geminis on this planet. I'm Gemini too. So let's see. This is now gonna be your advice from the Psychic Tarot for the heart and for Geminis. Okay, 5 of, is this Wands energy maybe? Challenging times and new vitality. Where is it? Yes, it's all Wands energy. Ace of Wands and 5 of Wands. This of course can be chaos energy, while this is Ace, is really this kind of willpower. It's like, interestingly, I'm gonna say soon. We start with the 5. 5 is always change energy. It's very connected to eclipse season. This is like 5 is totally the number of change. So when we have this kind of eclipse season and things are like shifting and like changing a lot, like kind of like a spring energy is also this kind of new is spurting out. There can be a lot of chaos and you have to just hold the presence there. Interesting, this image is repeating. We are talking about your shadow, and here is holding a pentacle and here is holding something else in the hand. But there is something that you have to own it. Whatever is it, the shadow, own it. And let's see what the message here is for you as advice. Ego conflict challenges competition. Human ego can be helpful when it provides us with a sense of self, value, and purpose. This is so light, full light. However, the ego can also lead to problems when it seeks to build itself up at the expense of others. Quarrelsome energies may be in the air at this time. You may find yourself either instigating disagreements or being pulled into them by others. Step back and examine the real issues behind the conflict. You may find that it's more about being right than it is about what is right. Yes, it's kind of power plays. You may also find a relationship to be more challenging than usual, sensing an underlying power struggle, even though surface energies appear to be calm. Use your intuition and intellect to ascertain what's happening. While competition can be stimulating, it's disruptive to a relationship. You can avoid this by thinking before you speak or act and by coming from a place of honesty and love. Yes, like a higher self is always love and this kind of virtuous qualities. Let your higher self like take the lead. There's this saying like ego is like a 5-year-old child, and do you let a 5-year-old child drive a car? No, you put the child in the seat belts behind the car, and it might get a tantrum and it wants to stop in the gas station and have this kind of teddy bear or whatever, and you just say no, and okay, you can go to the toilet break, but now we go to this destination. And then who is driving is actually your higher self, and your intuition keeps the maps. It's like a card reader, like a map reader. Next to it is the intuition. So the higher self is driving the car, not the ego baby. So there's something about that. Don't let the ego disrupt your plans. Even want to get recognized to be powerful or something. Then we have new vitality as well. Advice. It's really disturbing, this light, but I cannot help. Revitalize, focus, enthusiasm, and joy. There is great potential to revitalize your relationships right now, both with others and with yourself. Seize this energy and infuse more warmth and enthusiasm into all of your relationships. Have fun with other people and feel how this will lift your energy and spirit. This raised rate of vibration will assist in improving current relationships and in drawing new relationships to you. See your loved ones in a different light. For the time being, set aside any difficulties. Focus on humorous and loving aspects, and think of creative ways to add more laughter to your life. The more joy you add, the greater the energy level and the higher the vibration, bringing beautifully renewed vitality. Let your relationships sparkle. Your spirit guides are ready to help with this. Ask them for assistance. Interesting, you got this like challenging times of vitality. You have to keep on this kind of light side. The light is increasing anyway in this equinox. But as the father is such a powerful figure, like it would be really like a father figure is like a king or something like this. Leaders are always challenged. So you have to just discard the result of the shadow is also keeping the tension. Just understand the tension is good. If somebody's challenging you, take the challenge. Like it's like you can handle it if you're a true leader. That's of course it's a challenge for the leader to show if you can handle it. The challenging times are here. It's kind of like holding your ground, keeping your presence, being present, listening, and channel this kind of vitality in. Like positive stuff can happen. And then we see next still the wolf advice. This was also the Emperor and Empress crystal, being on the throne, not falling to be people pleaser, not falling to be martyr. That's what the risk here. If you start to please everybody, yes, you have to know what you want. What is this what you want? What is this pentacle, the money, whatever it is you want? You want this and you get it. Now we keep a single focus. But call number 8, this is your advice. In the end now from the light, white light oracle. Gemini. Eschew complicated explanations as you seek the simplicity of the deepest truths of your heart. Gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Patkol is a mysterious creature. She is an angel known as the Divine Oracle, the daughter of the Divine Voice, the pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers to your heart, you feel it as an inner knowing, a truth. To honor that inner knowing likely requires the confrontation of fear or moving in unexpected directions. Even so, the deep resonance of the truth is more powerful than the resistance we may initially feel as we let go of our limited perspectives and allow ourselves to be guided by spirit. The spiritual voice of Patkol is always true, always healing, and always in harmony with the higher loving plan of the universal heart, which is working toward the spiritual fulfillment of all hearts. Hers is the healing sound, the voice of divine prophecy, which not only tells what shall be, but through speaking of the highest potential, creates a blessing which manifests the ultimate goodness within us. When Patkol appears in a reading, an inner spiritual call may require a leap of faith. A more authentic, awakened you is coming to life. Paving the way for the higher self to manifest typically means that fear and control-based approaches need to be surrendered. Patkol's presence indicates something more appropriate and vital needs to supersede the limiting structures currently in place. As a consequence, she is portent of spiritual transformation and material manifestation. Honoring her guidance requires courage but brings rich reward on many levels. The oracle of Patkol indicates a voice that is true and needs to be acknowledged. This may be a voice in your own heart which needs to be heard without judgment or censorship. It may be an intuitive inner knowing to be recognized. It may be a loving and helpful voice of a reliable guide or friend whom you know can be trusted. It may be a teaching from a dream or an insight from a meditation, or even an inkling that certain happening or sighting are signs from the universe to help you on your life path. Pat call is the clear voice of communication between humanity and higher beings. When called upon, she will assist a human to accurately interpret a sign of omen. Her voice brings clarity. Therefore, this oracle indicates a time of confusion is swiftly coming to an end. Wow, the clarity will come, and this is a good omen to see this Pat call now. And me as well, doing the tarot reading, I'm your oracle, I'm also Gemini. You could trust what you know. You trust your inner knowing. There's new vitality in you, and you let it go past the resistance, because every time this is kind of a resistance card in that there's like a final battle, like having a little respite before you finish a project. So it can be just the hardest moment happens just almost when you are finished. Just not give up, just carry on and trust that you can do it. You are here, given all what you need in this life. It's like trust your abilities and trust your insight and knowing as well. The leadership thing is here in this father. You can be this kind of true leader, but you are challenged for sure. But stick to your vision. So that's about this, your reading. Wonder it was 30 minutes, like every other reading. I think I'm about this time. Thank you for watching this, and yeah, liking everything helps. And next, in half an hour, 3 o'clock Central European time, I will do the Cancer reading as well. Thank you and bye.